Tesma here, and welcome to another episode of my Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke. So, funny story, actually. Tragic, really, but funny nonetheless. This is the second time I'm recording this episode. Like, last night, it was 11:30 p.m., I just got back from the weirdest thing I'd probably ever done in my life, which I will tell you in a bit. But I'd just gotten back, I was really tired, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna record an episode because I said I would today. And so I did. 25 minutes of golden content. Absolute glory. And I was like, yo, this is great. I'm getting better at this. Like, my commentation skills are pro. And then I go to, like, upload the video and the voice file, and what had happened was the voice file was gone. All of the epic commentary I did just poof, gone, away, not recorded. My mic screwed up, I guess. I was really, really mad. Like, livid. Like, you know when you're so mad you can't even, like, react? You just, like, get silent. I took my headset off my head very slowly and set it on my laptop. Pushed my chair away from my desk, turned around, walked out of my room. Sat down in the kitchen and stared at a wall for like 3 minutes. I was really pissed, and like the most primal form of pissed. So that happened. That was great. Absolutely wonderful. But nonetheless, I went to bed, got over it, and I'm back doing it again because I love you guys, and I need to do this again. Actually, some of the Pokemon we caught were pretty crappy. So we'll see if we can catch some different ones this time. I think my naming skills weren't super on point anyway. If you want to know, comment below. I might remember, I might not. We'll see. But anyway, last episode, I have to remember now since last episode wasn't really the last episode I recorded. Last episode we acquired Pika, this Pikachu Professor Oak caught, and this Pokemon is a monster. Oh my god. It crits everything. Look at that speed stat. So in first gen, in case you didn't know, I probably mentioned this last episode, but in case you didn't know, critical hits are based on the speed stat. Like, if your speed is greatly above other Pokemon, like, you're gonna crit more often. I don't really know what the percentage is or whatever, but I do know that if you're fast, you're gonna crit. So Pika got like 6 critical hits last episode or something crazy, and I had my arms up in disbelief, like, oh my god, this Pokemon is a beast. But that's Pika, and then we caught our first Pokemon, so the Nuzlocke has officially begun. Here is Sora. Sora, most gender-neutral name I could come up with, super awesome Pidgey, decent stats. But anyway, we had our first battle with our rival, but besides that, we haven't done a whole lot. And we're gonna keep not doing a whole lot because we have to grind Pidgey up. Sora is super weak, and if we're gonna fight Green and win, which we're gonna fight Green, like, we're gonna go out towards the route by Victory Road, and we're gonna fight him, because that's what you do. You have a good time and you fight him. So we're gonna do some pain in the ass switch training here, get Sora up to like level 8 or something, and go for it. But now that I'm grinding, I might as well tell some stories about why last night was so weird. This is a story I'm never gonna be able to, like... this never happens. This is like the weirdest shit. Like, it's not funny per se, but it's an odd sentence. Last night, I went kitten wrangling. Take that in for a second. I went kitten wrangling. Yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. I got a text message from my friend yesterday when I got off work. I was super tired. I was about to change into my pajamas. I was just like, you know what? Today was a rough day. I'm just gonna, like, chill. I'm gonna record an episode and, like, PTFO. And, I got a text as soon as I was about to change, like, as if on cue, and my friend's like, Tessa, do you want to make this weird trip with me? And I was like, weird trip? What weird trip? She's like, it's out to the west side of town. And I'm like, oh, the west side. See, the city where I live in, the west side is like the not-so-great side of town. Like, apparently people get murdered there. I don't know. I didn't feel like I was particularly in danger, but it did seem like the middle of nowhere. Anyway, we went out. I decided, yeah, I'll go with her, because her sister was scared she was gonna get murdered, so she wasn't allowed to go alone or whatever. Mind you, this girl's 21 years old, so why her sister was worried for her safety at 21, I don't know. You know, beside the point. Lots of scary, crazy people in the world who can hurt others. But it was, like, residential, so, you know, you expect it to be a little safer. Anyway, all that aside, we drove out to the west side of the city and went to a motel. And in the pool area of this motel were 16 stray cats. 16. Probably more, but we saw 16. And the reason we went out there was because this friend of mine volunteers for this animal shelter where they rescue animals from being euthanized, and they spay and neuter them in the wild if they're feral so that it doesn't create an overpopulation problem, and besides, being spayed or neutered is healthier for the animals, based on some science research that I would pull up if I had the chance, but I don't, and honestly, you probably don't care. But anyway, she works for this shelter, and they got a anonymous, well, not really anonymous, because we ended up meeting the girl, but they got a bid, or like a tip from a girl. Why do I say bid? They got a tip from a girl that there were a bunch of stray cats behind the motel that her family owned, and they were worried about them. And so we went over there, and literally, okay, so there were 6, like, basically newborn kittens. Like, I don't know a whole lot about cats other than they're pretty cute. I'm more of a dog person, so I know a bunch about dogs because I've had dogs and stuff, but these cats were, like, tiny. Like, they didn't even look like cats. They were probably really close to newborn, like a few days or weeks old or something. They were teeny, teeny, tiny. Like, 3 of them didn't even have their eyes open yet. And we went out there and put them in a carrier, and we had to, like, try to get their moms so that they'd get fed and stuff so we wouldn't have to bottle feed them, but the moms are, like, super scared of people, apparently, which I don't blame them. People suck, so they have every reason to not like them, especially if they're wild cats and have never, like, really been around people. I don't know. But we had to, like, corner these mom cats, and we had to go on a run to this sketchy Walmart in the middle of nowhere to go buy, like, what is it, evaporated milk for the cats, for the kittens, and it was a whirlwind adventure. This place was like 40 minutes from where we lived, too, so it was really quite a use of my time, and, like, we had to run around and, like, get there were slightly bigger kittens that we had to get, like, mind you, they were freaking adorable, but, like, wild kittens don't really like people, and so we got scratched a bunch, and I'm not good at cat wrangling. I learned that yesterday. I'm probably never gonna go cat wrangling again, unless I have assistance from some more experts, I guess. Like, always willing to help out, volunteer my time, and whatever, but God, that was a weird... I walked into work today and they're like, Tessa, what'd you do last night? And I'm like, I went cat wrangling at a motel. And they stared at me for like a solid... like, a whole 10 seconds of silence. They're just looking at me like, what? You did what? So that's my story. That's why I was super tired. That's probably why I was too exhausted to really give a flying fuck about the fact that my recording didn't save the sound last night. And to be honest, I'm more awake right now anyway, so, you know, this'll probably be better. Pico, why are you missing? That's just rude. This Pidgey has nothing on you. Also, level 6 on Route 1, what is this? This is not, like, a ROM hack. This is, like, yellow version. Not playing, like, yellow Kaizo or whatever. Does that even exist? I know blue Kaizo does. Ooh, T-Wave! We're gonna get those hacks on! Yo, Pika, you're about to be even more of a force. A wild force to be reckoned with. We got a Pidgey here. Pidgeys and Rattatas everywhere. I actually don't think there's anything else on Route 1 besides Pidgey and Rattata. I mean, please let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, because I don't like being wrong about Pokemon. I like to make sure, like, I know everything, because I consider myself a little bit of an expert at this point. I mean, how many years have I been playing for? Like, I've been playing for probably 18 years, because I got Red when I was 3. Wow, that was... wow. Oh god. Guys, I'm old. But that's beside the point. So I had like a little bit of like fury within me last night. I should really get a face cam so I could show you what I did. It was really funny. Probably. I can't, like, I'm not disconnected from my body. I don't have out-of-body experiences where I see myself doing things. As cool as that would be, can you imagine if you, like, watched your existence like a movie? Like, that'd be creepy, A, but B, that'd be kind of cool. Like, you could probably learn from your mistakes a little better that way, because you don't always perceive them as mistakes until you find out later. I don't know. Interesting things to think about on a Friday afternoon. I got out of work early, so I'm actually recording at like 5 p.m., which is really nice. It's better than my 11:30 sleep deprivation recording of last night. I was so tired and like gross from cat wrangling. Ooh, our first encounter is a Nidoran. That is super exciting, actually. Alright. We're just gonna whittle you down. I should probably bring out Pika so you don't poison sting. There were no abilities in first gen, so it can't poison point me. Okay, good, that wasn't a crit. I'm gonna take the precautionary route and paralyze it before I throw a ball. Because I really want to make sure we catch this. Like, I think that a Nidoking, it's gonna be GG if I catch this thing, honestly. First gen, having a Nidoking, you are basically an unstoppable force of nature. Oof, this is actually really exciting. I don't know what I'm gonna name you. Let's start thinking about it. I think I might go with ooh, that was an easy catch, first ball. New Pokedex data will be added. Nice. I love Pokemon cries. Its large ears are always kept upright. If it senses danger, it will attack with a poisonous sting. Okay, yes, we want to give you a nickname because this is a Nuzlocke. So, Nidoking, King, royalty. Powerful. What are names of some? I don't want to name it King because that's lame. Let's name you Zeus. Zeus is like what, the king of the gods in Greek mythology or whatever. Zeus. Oh, that's Zuff. Zuff. That's not Zeus either. It's Z-E-U-S. Oh, that's embarrassing. It's funny, because, like, normally I'm really good at spelling, but here I am. Work melts my brain, guys. It really does. Let's take a look at our buddy Zeus. Ooh, check dat, attack stat, dough. We don't really need special on this guy. Attack being 10 is great. Defense is good. Speed is good. Alright. We have Zeus, the Nidoran. That's really good, because now we have a Pokemon that learns Double Kick before Brock's Gym. I was actually, it would have been really cool if I could have just recorded over the footage from last episode, but I didn't save. I was so upset I didn't even save the game. Last episode I caught a Rattata there, and no, last episode I screwed up, and I killed my encounter. It was a Rattata, but I killed it. And then the route north, like before Viridian Forest, I caught the Rattata. And in Viridian Forest, I caught a Caterpie. I think I named the Caterpie Summer because there's a lot of bugs out in summer. I don't know, that was probably my reasoning. And I named the Rattata, it was something really stupid. It was like Sparky or Spunky or something. I think it was Spunky. It was like really dumb. I was like, you're Spunky, I'm gonna name you Spunky. But I think I'm gonna try this thing where I have different nicknames. Like, I don't reuse nicknames. You can always correct me if I do. I'll go to a name rater and make sure that I change it. I mean, there's certain Pokemon that I'll always keep the same nickname for. For instance, every Zubat, female Zubat I catch will be Batty. My favorite Pokemon, in case you couldn't tell from my intro or my profile, my favorite Pokemon is Crobat. And so my Crobat's name is Batty, and that's how we do things on this channel. We have Batty the Crobat if it's a Nuzlocke and I happen to catch a Zubat, a Zubat. I'm also going to be pronouncing Pokemon names wrong on purpose because it's fun and because I can. It's my channel, it's my power. Yo, we got Pidgey and Pikachu, and we got, I'm terrible, no, I'm just, whatever, it's gotta be on a whim. I can't force myself. Never force yourself to do anything, by the way, because it, like, okay, no, that's bad advice. If you're interacting in a group of people, or like over a medium like YouTube or a chat forum or something, never force yourself to like do anything you feel uncomfortable like doing or saying just to fit in or just to like seem cooler or something. Like, don't do that. Always like stick to your natural character, say what comes naturally unless it's an asshole thing to say, in which case please don't say anything because oh my god, like you're the people who are messing up the world if you're just purposefully being a dick. That's not nice. If you're purposefully being a dick but you're like kidding and everyone clearly knows you're kidding, then that's funny. Like, I know some very hilarious people who are total dicks, but like in real life they're nice people. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, do stuff out of your comfort zone if you're like living day to day. Like, if someone wants to go rock climbing and you've never been rock climbing and you're a little afraid of heights, unless it like is panic inducing for you, do it. Like, experience new things. Because I feel like that's a good thing to do in life. Just get out there and do things. Have a good time. I don't know. I'm over here being all serious on a Pokemon channel. Like, what the heck? But, you know, you sort of have to have a constant flow, like stream of consciousness conversation when you're like grinding, because otherwise it gets boring. Like, you don't want to watch someone just sit there and like describe every single aspect of every single battle. You're gonna hate them. You're gonna be like, why am I even watching this? You're probably not even gonna watch it. And so having some content that's real, relatable, you know, I like to make sure you guys know I'm a real person, that if you were to meet me one day, you could hold a conversation with me and we could be friends. Because I think that's great. I think that the internet, in many cases, not all of course, but the internet in many cases is a great way to meet people. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of an amateur speedrunner. I might post runs here once I like get my PC and get my good capture card going. I plan on it. I will have my speedruns on my YouTube channel, especially if they're good or if I PB or something. But I play Banjo-Tooie mostly. Hundo, which is 100%, which is get everything as fast as you can and beat the game. And then I do low percent, which is get the least amount you need to beat the game as fast as you can. So, if you don't know about speedruns, you should check them out. There are some super talented people on the internet in the real world. I, in January, went to this thing called AGDQ, which is Awesome Games Done Quick. It's sort of like a speedrunning event for charity. It's a marathon, so people are playing speedruns 24 hours a day, every day for a whole week, and all of the money goes to a good cause. So AGDQ, it goes to the Prevent Cancer Foundation, and SGDQ, which is Summer Games Done Quick, it goes to Médecins Sans Frontières, which is Doctors Without Borders. And I think that it's super awesome. These people are incredibly talented. Like, I only started speedrunning because they, like, inspired me to try it out. It's a pretty fun hobby. Frustrating. If it, like, consumes you, you're often, like, really stressed, and it might take the fun out of video games if you let it, but for me, it's sort of added an element of fun to video games. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself anyway. What level is RPG? 7. I think I'm gonna go up one more level, and then we're gonna go fight Green. Over to the left, to the left, to the left. Everything you own in the box to the left. Do, 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 do. Also, late warning, I do start spontaneously singing and or humming quite a lot. So if that drives you guys crazy and you hate it, let me know. I will try to stop, but it's sort of just something I do as a tendency in real life too. Like, someone says a sentence, I think of a song, and all of a sudden it's like Broadway moment. Okay, there's level 8. We can go fight our pal, our friendo buddy old pal Greenie. But anyway, so speedruns, super cool fun stuffs. I actually have no idea what brought me to speedruns, but in next month, actually, early July, I will be attending SGDQ, and oh yeah, I was talking about friends over the internet. Duh. God, Tessa, come on, wake up. Wake up. Wake me up inside. But yeah, basically, I was talking about going to AGDQ because I've been watching speedruns for a while, and I went with my best friend. Her name is Falaire. She has a Twitch channel. She is working on running Sunshine. I just pressed the speed up button. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try to do that as little as possible, unless it's getting, like, mega tedious, in which case, of course, I'm gonna speed up. But, regardless, I met a lot of really cool people, and now I consider some of these quote-unquote online friends as some of my closest friends. They're wonderful, as a matter of fact. But here we go. We're gonna fight our little buddy. Hey, Red! You're going to the Pokémon League! Forget it! You probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokémon get any stronger? Aw, yeah. Fighting the cute little... Look at him, he's so small. Green, you're small. Oh good, I started with Pikachu. I had a feeling he either had a Pidgey or a Spearow. I couldn't remember which one. I never remember which one. I think it's different in Red, Green, and Blue. Fun fact, I actually own Green version. Like the Japanese cartridge for Green version. I played it through to completion. It was great. It was really freaking awesome. Alright, Eevee. Yeah, let's change. We can throw some hacks up in here, actually, because, let's be real, that makes life more fun. We're gonna sand attack this thing. I'm gonna sand attack it 3 times. Oh, don't tail whip me. Rude? Come on, man. Sora's gonna sand attack it 3 times, and then we're gonna T-wave it, unless it's, like, missing constantly, in which case we don't need to T-wave it, because that's just dumb. Yeah, it's missing. Let's see how much Gus does first. But, yeah, Green version, entirely Japanese. Disclaimer, I do not speak, understand, read anything Japanese, but I do love Pokemon, and Pokemon mechanics are pretty easy to figure out. You just gotta catch on to patterns of, like, gotta know when Pokemon learn certain moves, have to see patterns to know what items you're using, so, like, Pokeballs will always have Boru at the end, and it's, like, separated by a dash, so that's how I figured that out. And then all the potions have, like, the same root. So it was pretty easy, and I think that on this channel I might eventually play a game in Japanese just for fun, like as a surprise. I think that that'd be cool. If you guys are like, ew, don't play a game in Japanese, then I won't be offended, obviously. I just thought it'd be fun. But, aw, you just lucked out. You got 280 Pokebucks. I heard Pokemon League has many tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get a move on. Great. Alright, so, encounters. Encounters ruining my groove. I was gonna end the episode off, and then Mankey had to come out of nowhere and just ruin everything. And then you had to ruin it all by saying something stupid like, I'm Mankey. But, come on, Pika, how are you not one-hitting by now? You're like a champion. You should be one-hitting. Anyway, there, I wanted to get out of the grass. We are gonna save here and end the episode off. Normally I'm not gonna save on screen, but I didn't want to forget, just in case. If my voice didn't record for some reason, I'm just gonna cry. I'm just gonna cuddle my Charmander pillow pet and cry. But anyway, thanks guys so much for hanging out. Leave a like if you enjoyed the content. Give that like button a hug, because it's lonely. It's sad and lonely. Subscribe if you want to. I would really appreciate it. And come back next time. Smell you later.